Now here we're going to do next, we're going to start dealing with preferences. We need to set up our computer system. So I'm going to go to the MPC here in my menu. We're going to go to preferences. And here the top option we see is audio. Okay, we see output and input, sample rate, audio buffer size, and latency adjustment. So here, as you can see, this green meter is going up and down. That's me. I stop talking, and you see it go down, right? That's the audio input I'm using to go into my computer, my mic. And the top part here, the output, that output's going to my speakers. Now I can select right here, and I can adjust my output to go to either the Pro Tools aggregate, the USB audio codecs, or my built-in output. Currently, I'm using the built-in output, obviously. Now, if you have a PC, you're going to use your ASIO input and output for that. I'm on a Mac. Now, here we also have our sample rate. Now, the sample rate deals with taking samples, but in a way that's more intricate. So, for example, if I'm at 44.1 hertz, we're taking 44,000 samples every second in a certain frequency range, right? And so the more samples we take, the more frequencies we can actually sample. So we get higher fidelity and clarity at 96 hertz. But the difference is that we get these huge files. I mean huge files, right? Because we're taking a lot of samples. It's a lot of samples. It's 96 samples every second. So it's double the size of this. More than double, right? So be aware of that. If you're going to take your samples at 96, you need to have a lot of storage space to save your files. Be aware of that. Now next we have our audio buffer size. This deals with the computer's ability to take in the data and then squash it down and create this file at the same time while listening to it. So if you record a vocalist, they sing, it's analog. The computer turns it into digital, ones and zeros. Then it must record that sample or that entire vocal down in a computer. That's a lot of work. But in this case, you can see here at 128 samples, it happens in 1.3 milliseconds. That's fast. Now, let me explain this better. Matter of fact, let me turn this off. We're going to go here to the sample record section in our MPC software. You notice here in the bottom, my voice is going right here in the meter, right, as you saw before. I can reset my peak. We'll show you more of this section in our sample section of the video, of course. And here I have my input. Now I'm talking to you, and you hear a little bit of noise, little pops and things. That's not good, right? Let's go back over here, and we're going to go back to the preferences. And here I'm going to go, let's see here, let's go to here. Testing 1, 2, and we have fewer pops now. We're getting a better quality sound, right? Now if I go further down, and now we get this delay, like a slight echo or a bad old kung fu movie. And you see the milliseconds is 20.7. That's latent. And you can see here the adjustment. Wow, it's crazy. So let's go back up. And we're going to go back to 192. And now it's almost in sync. A little bit of a flange going on here. Right? Go back to 128. I can also go back in here and I can adjust it. So say 54. Enter. And so we can adjust our latency. And that's how it works. You want to make sure you get what you're recording accurately, particularly if it's a vocal and you're recording it into your system. And that's our audio preferences. Let me cut this off and show you one more thing here. Let me just turn this off and turn the input monitor off and go back in here to preferences. Now, sometimes you may have more than one speaker system. I have two. I've got a small near field and a little bit bigger speakers. So you want to test out where the signal is going to. So for example, my built-in output is here. I may have speaker systems here. What I'll do is I'll hit that test button right there just to make a test so I can understand where the audio output's going.